Hi, what is Node.js? For me, Node.js is a runtime environment for JavaScript. Yeah, it's a big term, but let us understand what is JavaScript as well. JavaScript is a scripting language which works on our browser. In fact, only on browser. Till this Node.js has come, JavaScript was working only on the browser. For example, this is my browser. In this browser, I have JavaScript. That JavaScript can be run by this browser automatically. To run that JavaScript, we need an engine called V8 on Chrome. So for every browser, we have a separate engine to run the JavaScript, which enables the JavaScript for the browser. For example, Chrome uses V8 engine and Mozilla uses Spider Monkey engine, and there is an engine for Internet Explorer as well. So this engine will allow the JavaScript to run the basic functionalities like basic scripting language functionalities like if, else, variables, no loops, arrays. Everything can be done because on the browser because of that engine. I just want to show you a simple JavaScript coding without any much delay. Let us go to the developer tools. In this we have, please ignore these errors by using clear. So okay, fine, ignore the remaining things. And here I have a console which can run the JavaScript for me. So let me run some JavaScript simply. Let us take 1 plus 2 and enter. I got the output as 3. This is actually because of JavaScript. To calculate this 1 plus 2 being calculated by a V8 engine, that is called as browser in JavaScript engine for this Chrome. And for example, if you want to write a JavaScript like for I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. Oh, sorry. Then console.log of I. I got this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 10. So my browser could execute this for loop in the console. This actually been possible by the V8 JavaScript engine. The same thing you can also do it in the Mozilla as well. Let me write down my script. Okay, here you go. Okay, let me write for I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus console.log of I Bob, please edit this. Yeah, here we go. I'll just clear off this clear, and now I am writing once again the code for I is equal to 0, I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus, console.log. I am writing a JavaScript code here, console.log of I. And now I got the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10. So basic, this is my JavaScript code, and this is being executed by the JavaScript engine of Mozilla Firefox. So here you can understand our JavaScript can be workable on the browsers. You can write any logic, you can write a function, you can create an array, you can access, you can modify the array, whatever the tasks you are able to do it in Java or C, C++, the same thing you can also do it in the JavaScript. But the problem is JavaScript is limited to only the browser. Apart from the browser, you can't move here and there. So JavaScript is only limited to the browser. So if you want the same JavaScript, the same syntax, the same coding style, you want that same style to work with our basic needs, like accessing the files, interacting with other computers, socket programming, sort of things. If you want to make such a such sort of interactions, it is not possible because JavaScript only works on the browser. If you want to extend these JavaScript facilities beyond the browser, the answer is Node.js. Yes, Node.js provides us a runtime environment for the JavaScript which can interact with the files, which can interact with the HTTP, which can interact with the operating system. Yes, JavaScript can interact with the operating system as well. So this is all possible by the Node.js runtime environment. The Node.js runtime environment is having some modules. Those modules helps the JavaScript to interact with the operating system as well. Remember again, JavaScript was for only the browser. Whatever the JavaScript was, it is within the browser. It can't create a file. It can't read a file from the system. It can't insert some file into the system, or it cannot read the operating system capabilities. It was limited only to the browser, but now because of Node.js, it extended up to the operating system level and networking level. So without much delay, let us go to the next point. Let us go to the Node.js. Actually, I have installed Node.js in my computer. See, here is this. So anywhere in my computer I can write the code. I would like to write it in my D drive. I would like to create a folder for this exercise, mkdir, and I'm creating an examples, node examples. So let us go to cd node examples, and now I will go to my editor and I'll create a file. I create a simple node file. Okay. See, Alt F8. I have to go to my computer D drive. Where are the node examples? In this, I would like to create a file called my app called .js. You can understand this. C language files were created with .c extension. Java files were created with .java extension. PHP files were created with .php extension, and of course JavaScript files will be created, JavaScript programs will be created with .js extensions. So here I have created my app.js. In this my app.js, I am not going to write anything. First thing I just want to do, I just want to interact with the operating system. How can I interact with the operating system? To interact with the operating system, Node.js is having a module called OS. So first I'll get that OS module, and in that OS module I have some functions. Using that functions I can access the properties of my operating system. Let us see that. Okay. So for that, where x is equal to require OS. Now x is an object which is pointing to the OS module. Now in this OS now x is pointing to OS module. Then console.log of x dot free memory, free mem. So I just want to save it here, and then I want to run this in the Node.js. So I am here now. I would like to check it out, how many files are there in the Node.js examples that would be cleared by dir. As here is my app.js. So now I have to run this code by using node my app.js. Yes, so I have this much of free memory in my computer. Okay, I'll just show you. I don't know how much free memory is available. I don't know how to check it even. Performance. I think this is the free memory. This is occupied memory. Total memory cached. Yeah, see this total memory cached and available memory is this much. Of course there is a free memory of 5, but that is not belongs to this. Now I have total 862. At this time I have a different value. Here it's a different value. Okay, anyways, which is quite reasonable. And let me go for total available memory. For that you have a function called total mem. Now I have the total memory as this much. You can check it out with my computer properties. Exactly, this is 4 GB. You can see this. This is, you convert this, it will be almost 4 GB. In fact, 8.82 GB, 3.82 GB. Anyways, I hope you understood how my JavaScript here, this JavaScript program is able to access the operating system functionality, operating system properties. Basically I am able to access it in the JavaScript. So now JavaScript has become a full-fledged programming language. Maybe in the future you may see like JavaScript may replace the C++ in the universities as well. Java, maybe directly everybody starts learning JavaScript instead of C++ and Java. They may start directly running on JavaScript. It's quite possible. Okay. uh, yeah, if you want to execute a simple for loop in it, yeah, that is also possible. Okay, I am just after this total memory I can write console.log. See here I can make use of /n as well, which is a very general thing in languages. And after this, for I is equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus, and console.log of I. Okay, yeah, see here I got the output 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 because I have done. And you can apply anything. Now I hope you are able to understand that JavaScript is now a programming language which can run on my command prompt, which can perform all these tasks, if else, while, do while, everything can be possible. Now we have just understood how how can I access the operating system properties, how can I access it, and how can I display it. Now let us go to the next point, that is how can I access, how can I read a file which is already available in the directory. For example, I'll create a file first. This is my file, and I'll save it in the same folder as abc.txt. And now I would like to read that file in this same program. I'll first erase these all. I would like to read this file in this program. Is it possible? Yes, because Node.js provides a module called FS, file system. It will be used for interacting with the file system. Okay, so for that I am creating where f is equal to require of fs. So this creates an object called f, which is pointing to the module called fs. Okay, now to read this data, first of all, to read this data, we fs module provides a function called read file sync. Okay, so let us see how can I do that. F dot read file sync of the name of the file. The name of the file is abc.txt. But this returns, because it is a synchronous function, it returns the value, it returns the content of the abc.text to a variable, and I would like to store it in the D. And now I can print that D in the console.log of D. Okay, let us see it will read it or not. Same thing, node my app.js. Oof, what did I get? I got some not garbage values. These are all hexadecimal values. To that I have to convert this into string. Actually that is intentional, don't worry. Now you see, yes, now I am able to read that file into this. This is my file. This is what there in this file file a b c d e f g h I j k l m m n o p q r s t. Okay, q v w x y xyz. Okay, I'm saving it and then I'm rerunning this. Now I'll get the complete file. So this is how we can read this. Apart from reading the files and interacting with the operating system, what else we can do with the Node.js? Actually, are we doing with the Node.js, or we are doing with the JavaScript? Actually, we are doing with the JavaScript on Node.js. Okay, so now I am inventing my old definition. That is, what is Node.js? What did I say? Node.js is a runtime environment for JavaScript. So even Java programming language also need a runtime environment, which would be provided by JRE. The same way, JavaScript is also having a runtime environment that is being provided by Node.js. Okay, so hope you understood at least few things in the Node.js, and I just want to conclude it with one more thing. Are these only the things we can do with the Node.js? No, actually Node.js is not just limited with these two features. There are so many. You can create server. So any HTTP request can be handled by your Node.js file as well. Why don't we see a simple example on how a Node.js file or how a JavaScript program can respond for a request. Okay, so for that, Node.js provided a library module called HTTP. So I am creating a handle for that module where h is equal to require HTTP. Then we have to create the server. To create the server, we can use a function called create server. So how can I create the server? H dot create server of. Actually here we have to pass a function, callback function. We'll come to this part later. There is a lot to discuss in this. This is a callback function which will be called asynchronously by this create server. Earlier we have used synchronous way of calling a function, and this is a asynchronous way of calling the function. The best advantage or the greatest advantage of Node.js lies in this asynchronous uh, call. Okay, so that it won't be a blocking language. I'll show you that how this will help you. First of all, let me create a server, and then while you are creating a server, after creation, in this creation of the server, this callback will be having two parameters. Callback function will be having two parameters like request and response. This REQ and RES are not keywords. You can make use of anything, but I have used this. Actually, this will receive a request, and here we are going to have the response. We'll understand it. This is very early stage to understand all these things. So I'll make a response whenever somebody tries to invoke this particular app.js or invoke this particular server. They need some output. That output I'm going to give in this function. How can I do that? Res dot write head of, just a minute, 200 comma, I need to pass an object, that is content type is text slash HTML. Of course you have to put this content type even in the double quotes. Yeah, content type. This is the response header, and then we have to write the response as hello Node.js, thank you for watching. So this actually created a server, but actually it has to listen to one particular port. Listen 8090. Listen is also a function, so we had to make it listen 8090. Okay, hope I have done this. Let me save this and run my Node app. Oh, I have written it in app.js. Okay, sorry. My app, I have, what have I done? Where h is equal to require of HTTP. Sorry for the confusion. Yes, here I have created the HTTP object reference, and then I have created a server which is listening at 8090 port. So I have to rerun my code. Node my app.js. Now actually it is listening. It is actually listening to some request. If you request it, it will respond. How should I request it? Yeah, because it is listening at localhost, I have to type localhost colon 8090, enter. I got the output as hello Node.js, thank you for watching, and here it's still listening. Whatever the number of tabs you would like to access the same server, yes, you can do that. Localhost colon 8090, enter. Sorry for this, it's not coming out. It is already being blocked by this particular request. We'll respond to that in the future, but yes, this is about your Node.js. Hope you liked it, and thank you for listening. Bye bye.